Hey everyone, it's your boy Billy Boston, aka the Blue Eyed Demon, and I'm here to talk about Titans Season 3, Episode 4. Man, the way they left that last episode, was really anticipating this one, and it was good, but it kinda was on the side of like a filler episode. Or, to be fair, maybe it wasn't a filler episode, but because I wasn't that interested in like a lot of what entailed, that it felt like a filler episode to me. Maybe others will disagree, I don't know. But it was definitely good. I'm not gonna shit on it whatsoever. But yeah, man, it definitely picks right up right with Hawk's death, and everyone's sad, and they're kind of blaming each other and things like that. And then Dove, I guess, is leaving. Dawn, she's leaving. Well, I don't know if she'll return later on in the season, but as of right now, she left to go to Paris, I guess. Deal with her grief, this and that. She tried to get Dick to go with her. He turned her down. It was kind of funny. But, yeah, so she's gone. They still haven't shown Rachel yet. I guess she's still in, I think it's Themyscira trying to bring back Wonder Girl, because she died in the season finale, season 2 finale. But, yeah, so the episode basically focuses on, I'll just break it into two parts, and is Starfire is trying to get to the bottom of like her trances and her visions, because she keeps having like an out-of-body experience and these visions, and sometimes she sleepwalks and like attacks her teammates, or other times she'll like be in her trance having a vision, and then out of nowhere she's like not where she is. Like maybe she was in the kitchen and now she's like in the middle of town and in a busy street with a car about to hit her, and she's like trying to figure out why that keeps happening. She thinks it has something to do with her sister Blackfire, or Blackstar, sorry about that, or is it Blackfire? I don't know, it's one of those two, Blackstar or Blackfire. But, yeah, she thinks it might have something to do with her, that, like, they have, like, some kind of telepathic link. And, so long story short, Beast Boy convinces her to go inside, like, some kind of tank that'll help her, like, meditate. And, maybe, like, help her, like, figure out her visions, maybe get a clearer vision. And, it happens off camera, but I guess she freaks out and breaks out of the tank, beats the shit out of Beast Boy, and then chucks him in a trunk. And they drive off to the middle of nowhere. They like end up in a field. And when she snaps out of her trance, she can hear like someone banging in the trunk. And when she opens it, it's Beast Boy, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's got this big swollen black eye and shit. And he explains, he's like, "Yeah, you freaked out, broke out of the chamber. I think it's a hyperbolic sound chamber, like you can't hear any sound." And it's like the thing they used to put Eleven in Stranger Things when she was a little girl, to help her like with her telepathy. If you ever watch that show, which I'm pretty sure is a stupid question. Everyone watches Stranger Things. But anyways, yeah, he explains that she breaks out of that, beat the shit out of him, and he's like, "Where are we now?" And she's like, "I don't know, I'm just drawn to this area." And, they uncover, they like, I don't know, like, get on some, like, it's like an Area 51 type thing. It's like some kind of, like, secret government, fucking probably off the books type of operation where the U.S. government, I guess, houses aliens. It's like an alien prison, and somehow they captured Blackstar or Blackfire. I can't remember which one it is, sorry guys. But basically Starfire's sister. And capture her, and she finds out, like, oh, her sister's been calling to her, blah, blah, blah. They have a coming to Jesus meeting because they haven't seen each other in a while. They lash out their little, like, past problems, childhood trauma, blah, blah, blah. And Starfire agrees to, like, leave her there in the prison, that it's a good idea because the scientist that's running the show explains that they have her housed in some kind of cage that emits this energy that, like, depletes her power and actually leaves her mad weak. And that as of, like, forever, basically, they're going to leave her in there. And Starfire even, like, brings up, she's like, oh, so your plan is to keep her a prisoner for the rest of her life? And they're like, yeah. And she's like, you realize she lives for, like, hundreds of years. And they're like, oh, well, we're not worried about that because this facility's set up to run long after we're gone. And that kind of, like, threw her off guard or whatever. And then as she's leaving, for some reason she feels guilty and she doesn't want to leave her sister there. And in a way, she's right to feel that way. It is kind of fucked up to, like, house someone when they haven't necessarily done anything wrong, even though they're most likely going to do wrong. You know, you can't, like, lock up an alien just because it landed on your planet and might possibly be a fucking issue. So she breaks she breaks her sister out, blah, 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 and then they leave the facility. And that's basically that story arc in a nutshell of this episode, which was all right. That's what I to me, was like the filler. I didn't really have any interest in that. That's probably why my pothead brain can't retain if her sister's name's Blackfire or Blackstar. But, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, but I understand it had to exist, and it was kind of interesting. And it did solve what the 3 previous episodes were trying to figure out, like why Starfire was having these weird visions and waking up in different places and seemingly kind of like if she was possessed by someone. And so there's that. And then the second part of the episode, which is probably like the best parts, is Professor Crane or Dr. Crane, the Scarecrow. It shows him back in Arkham walking through the hallway, and some dude that's dressed like a CO pulls out a shank and starts trying to jig him. And while he's like, and then, like, to my surprise, the Scarecrow kind of got some hands, man. He kind of held himself up. Especially when he doesn't have a weapon. It was fucking hand-to-knife combat, and he kind of held himself well, I thought, to my surprise. But, yeah, while the CO's trying to jig him, he's yelling to him that Red Hood wants you dead. This is for Red Hood, or this is a message from Red Hood. And he's trying to jig him out, and other guards stop him. They interfere, because the Scarecrow does get his ass beat, kind of, and he's about to get stabbed, and the other guards grab him up. So then Commissioner Gordon, Barbara, is filling in Dick about what happened and that she's planning to transport him to another facility where she feels he'll be safe. And they don't really show it. They talk about it, like, later. They don't really show it at this point, but, like, for whatever said reason, Dick's, like, suspicious of the situation. So the next scene is, like, the guards putting Scarecrow in the paddy wagon, about to dip out, and then Dick just shows up and starts beating their ass, opens the paddy wagon back door, and he tells Scarecrow, come with me. And then Scarecrow dips off with them, and I was thinking, like, oh, it must be a setup. Like, the guards were probably not really guards, and that dude was never going to make it to the next destination. And also, as, like, Dick and the Scarecrow are dipping out, you can see the Red Hood, in the background, like, so it made you feel like it was a setup. Well, it's revealed this whole fucking time that they didn't get into all the details, so there's still a couple questions unanswered, but I guess this whole time the Red Hood has been working with the Scarecrow. Like, Jason Todd somehow, some way has become the Scarecrow's like protege, and that jigging at Arkham was like staged to get him out of there, so then Jason Todd, the Red Hood, could actually break him out. He was actually it was like an escape plan. And it's like, oh shit, what? And you find out that, like, for whatever said reason that Jason Todd's been working with the Scarecrow, that he's actually been like telling him everything. So like the Scarecrow basically knows everything, knows who Batman is, knows all the secrets, knows that Dick Grayson's Nightwing, the Titan secret, like basically anything that Jason Todd / Red Hood knew or knows about the Bat family or anything, period, he basically told him. So Dick brings him to like some kind of like cabin on the outskirts of Gotham that allegedly is off the books or whatever, and it was a place that Bruce Wayne used to bring him when he was young to like train him for the crime fighting shit. And he brings him out there because he has such a good security system that he could actually see Red Hood coming allegedly like a mile away, is how he worded it. And it's more like to bait him because he knows that Jason Todd's so cocky and so has such a big ego and so desperately wants to get Scarecrow back or like set him free that he's going there, even though he knows it's a trap. The way Dick worded it is he's like, you got him feeling invincible. And so he's gonna come, and he does, and it's a cool ass action fight scene. They're, fighting this and that. Well, while all that's going on, back in Gotham, Barbara and her assistant are like trying to figure the shit out. Where Scarecrow and Dick Grayson went. Because he was supposed to be deported to that, or transported, to that other fucking jail. And he never made it. So they're like looking for him. And somehow she figures out, probably because she used to be Batgirl, that they're probably in that cabin. So she fucking sends like a sniper team and a chopper to go, I guess, like detain them or whatever. And by the time they show up is when Red Hood and Nightwing are having their little fight in the woods. And it's awesome. It's pretty cool action, this and that. Red Hood's pulling out the gats, popping off. And Nightwing has his signature fucking nightsticks with the tasers. And the sniper's talking through, the communique or whatever to Barbara Gordon. He's like, do you want me to shoot? And she's like, do you have an open shot? And he's like, not really. But I can take a shot. Basically, like, I forget how he worded it. But basically, it was like, yeah, I do have a shot, but I can't guarantee that I won't hit Nightwing. I might definitely hit Jason Todd, but I could hit Nightwing too. And she just says, fucking do it, shoot him. You're clear for the shot. And he shoots him, and I guess he fucking misses, and he just straight hits Nightwing. And Nightwing's hurt for a second, and he's on the ground. And when he looks over, fucking the Red Hood's already gone, and he's like, oh shit. And then when he goes back to try to see if the Scarecrow's still where he left him, he's not there. So it leads you to think like, oh, alright, the Red Hood fucking got him, he rescued him. And then the episode ends. And, I don't, you would think, if you know me, that I would have a problem with like how they're going with the direction with the Red Hood, because it's not exactly the source material, and I'm very iffy and touchy when it comes to like live action or not following the books. But they're following it good enough, I guess. And this is an interesting story. Like, I didn't expect that the Scarecrow was really like the mastermind behind all this the whole time, and that the Red Hood really is just like his number two, doing all the footwork while he's in jail, pretending to help but really be the villain the whole time. Like, yeah, that, you know. So I'm not really mad at it. Even to my own surprise, like, I was like, wow, am I actually digging this? I guess I am. Whoa. But yeah, you know, like I said, I thought the Starfire part of the episode was kind of filler, but, you know, if you watch the episode, maybe you might feel differently, and that's okay, you know. But that's my take on it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't, I just kind of was like, I don't really care about any of this, but it was, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's my take on this, and you know, I can't wait to see the next episode. I'm wondering when they're ever gonna show Rachel. They've yet to show her. They've only just talked about her. They don't even like pan, you know, maybe pan over for a second or anything. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, she's on some island trying to bring Wonder Girl back, is how they worded it. And so me just using my common sense that she's probably on Themyscira because Wonder Girl, excuse me, I think she's half Amazon. So, and there's something there they've yet to talk about that might bring her back. So yeah, it's cool. It was a cool enough episode. Hopefully the rest get better. But yeah, the show's still rocking, and I'm still invested. And I can't wait to see the next episode so I can do another video, because I love this. It's a cool little hobby of mine, and I enjoyed a lot. And hopefully you enjoyed my video, and hopefully today will be the day I earn your subscription if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. And please hit a like button, and also please leave your thoughts and comments. And hope you have a safe day, guys. Stay up. Holla Chihuahua.